5:44. We were both up at 5. We have a 9 a.m. flight out to Dublin, where we're going to go for our first SaaStock. I collected Morgan from the train station yesterday. We've got the whole team going. We've got Piers, Hugo, Morgan, myself, all heading to SaaStock. First event, 2k spent on this thing. The reason we've done this, just quickly, is because we want to get into a certain type of ICP. And this is our quickest way of testing the theory whether this ICP that we want to get into is relevant or not. So yeah, enjoy the vlog.
As you can probably tell, this is quite guerrilla filmmaking at the moment. But the other is the idea behind sort of from the ground up and SaaStock is to really squeeze as much content out as possible. What this means is, each of us filming our journeys. We've got a little challenge, which I'll explain more about in a bit. But doing all of these things just to try and effectively be as efficient as possible with as a startup. So that's why, as you see right now, I'm filming on my phone. I don't have the studio set up unlike Max, but we'll make it work. There he is.
It's quiet as airport.
Oh, the door!
Hello, my cheers! You made it to
Oh, you're late, huh?
I'm late, They're late, but always here.
Here we go.
Right. These have all been created because we've got no money for anything else but the stand, which is horrendously expensive. So, here we go. So, this is going up, pushing hard, make it easy in the toilets.
What else we got?
Where's the next one? All of these. We've got free drinks token, which will give someone no free drinks.
Oh, but that's going to do well, that one.
Yeah, they're gonna get very angry about that one. A secret after party that doesn't exist. And just do not scan.
Why did you go one horizontal and the rest?
So I like to keep it mixed up here, right? Which I think is a win-win. What do you think, CMO? Are we going to win?
Yeah.
Yeah! Let's go.
It's day one of SaaStock, so it's all startups today, networking, things like that. We just had one of our first breakaway session. We split the team, someone upstairs, someone downstairs. Both sessions, which I think is really, really interesting, were around content, outbound strategy, using content, how to create viral content. And so talking about Triggerfy was like, it just blew people's minds. Like, it is really cool to see, when I'm pitching to like 10, 15 people, like how well it like goes down. Like, we would have never have had that before at all. So yeah, like we got 500 quid on the line for the next 3 days. Who can get the most amount of sign-ups? So let's see who wins. I think I'm already in the lead after day one. It's quite cool. We got like the bar over there. I've got him. I can see him down there. He's not pitching to anyone, which is disappointing. I've already heard people talking about Reddit, which is really interesting. We talked about our social listening there, but let's see what this yields.
Today's going very well. We just attended an AppSumo talk, which was very interesting. Me and Piers. Piers provided no value. I provided lots, obviously. This conference, whilst fantastic to be here and obviously learning a huge amount, was not the cheapest, especially for a small company like us. So we wanted to do all these crazy stunts, but we actually couldn't because they banned us and made us pay for the rest of the ideas that we had. So we've done a little bit of guerrilla marketing. So I've spent the last couple of days printing off huge amounts of QR codes that we're going to stick all around the venue. Not today, but we are going to do it tomorrow, all around the venue tomorrow. And we've got really clickbaity titles on all of these bits of paper. Basically get people to scan a QR code, tell them they're getting one thing, and then so we get their emails and then push them into something completely different and just pitch our services aggressively. Any publicity is good publicity, and if we're the talk of SaaStock, we win in my books, Piers. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, And that created a narrative for us to say, look, fast in, lower exit, but faster out. Go and redeploy this money on something else, which worked for us.
I think we've learned a lot by doing. A lot of them haven't. I think a lot of the people in there haven't done what we've done yet and haven't gone through all the shit we've gone through.
But I feel like we are very much on the edge of it.
I think we've cracked it, and like I think that's reinforced it in my belief in that we've cracked it, or we're starting to crack it. And I think it's about starting the conversation with the individual and their company instead of just the individual. So
Yeah.
You know, one of these things I was thinking for this event that was going to be the biggest test outside of like the obvious, which I really want, which is return of investment for this, is just to like look people in the eye and pitch the solution and to see their reaction. And it's just so clear, like how like it excites people.
And they're just there, and it's a real problem that they are facing.
Well, you see the whoa moment. You see the aha, like whoa, like you could do that. That was big.
You've got to really handhold them and kind of really guide them through.
This is next year, right? This is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 next year is going to be enablement on the platform.
So I think tomorrow we're going to have a good day. I think it's all about like, again, like we did today, like once we started warming up, like going out, grabbing people, bringing them back
being
to
aggressive.
the platform. Like we're just gonna be so aggressive, like, hey, like what do you do? Come and check out our
It was so cool seeing those posts in real time today.
Yeah, and I think
as soon as that session ended.
That's cool. Yeah.
As soon as the session ended, we had the guy saying, "What a great keynote! We just listened to or whatever, fireside chat." You know.
So I think like we got a good start. I think tomorrow and Wednesday we just got to go balls, because tomorrow is going to be the big one, because most people will be hungover Wednesday from these parties. So tomorrow has to be like, it's basically like the main day. That-
Day one of the conference. Right, so there's an influencer push going out today, which is basically we've got about 10 influencers. Last time we did it, we drove 100 signups in a day. We've got an influencer called Andy Newborn who A, loves the product, so 200,000 followers. He's going live today, and he got mentioned in the startup day yesterday, which is really cool. And they were talking about how he was doing outreach, and people were recognizing him from LinkedIn. And they were describing our tools, so that was quite cool. And we've got our sales guy, David, back in the UK, because sadly he couldn't come on the trip. So he's back in the UK, so he's gonna be getting a flood of inbounds, hopefully. And he's also basically running our entire business 3 weeks into the job. So that's very encouraging.
QR code bombing is about to take place. So we're going to start with the toilets, pushing hard, make it easy. Let's go. Right, so the QR codes, they are working. We're already getting a few sign-ups, and we've just had someone ping our CTO on LinkedIn, and he's basically said amazing. He loves it. Let me show you. Look at all these leads that have come in, or people have added their emails from today. Look how many we've got. Like before 12, this is after 12. Like, look how many came in. It's mental. The one that did the best, as you can probably imagine, was Free Drinks. Free Drinks got 109 page views, converted at 44%. Oh, and here we go, the other numbers. 49 people filled in that one. We've spoken to some influencers who are interested in the tool, who also ran an agency. We spoke to a couple of people who are interested in integrating our tool into their platform, some potential data deals for the API on the cards. A lot of people who think this could be super useful. And I think all round, it's been very successful. The feedback's been great. They love social listening.
Maybe we've got probably got about 400-500 emails now, I think, between us all, which is epic. The QR codes was fucking epic. I think the interesting part today that I think has been really like eye-opening is the amount of data partnerships that everyone wants to enter into us. So we had a lot of API requests. Our API was on the roadmap for back end of November, December, but like it literally like every 1 in 3 person every third person was asking for it basically. And the difference with doing like an API is like the deal size is exponential. They just get it. It's a lot easier to sell. Someone we were talking, it's like $500,000 to $1 million deal that we were talking about today as well, which is cool.
Third day. Final day. And then we're going home. It's been successful so far, I would say. Hopefully we can have some more good conversations today. QR codes went down really well. I think maybe it's going to be a bit quieter today. Don't know. I think yesterday was probably the big one. Yeah, people are already leaving. They've told us, leaving their stands that they've paid for. Very weird, but hopefully we should have a solid day.
And I think if you have that rapport with your customers, they will be honest with you, but you have to ask them for that honesty. You're not going to offer it out.
A good day. Not the same level of individuals walking around as yesterday, but we're having some good conversations. People are interested in the tool, which is good, and now it just becomes a mission in trying to convert them, get them over the line, basically.
You're writing...
Yeah, I'm just about to do a post of all of us. You're filming me do content, and then we're producing content here.
That's how the LinkedIn game, the consistency game works.
Consistency game. You know what? It's I post regularly. Like I've done a lot of interviews today, which I think you'll all see hopefully on our socials. And the key themes were just consistency, just start and be as authentic as possible. And actually, the more authentic, the better it tends to resonate with everything that you're doing. So we're drawing to the end of day 2. Today was a little bit quieter. We still had some really key conversations, some really interesting conversations with venture-backed companies, but also VCs and debt financing companies and things like that, just to understand all the options that we have in the future for Triggerify, should we ever need to do anything ever again. But I think as a whole, the numbers are still coming in, but we got a lot of leads. Really, really interesting that this API and data partnership has opened up massively. Every single one of these stats, and it blows my mind that in this day and age, we're not filming everything that we're doing and repurposing this content on YouTube, on TikTok, on LinkedIn. It's going to end today. But if I have all the content, I can reuse this and keep this going for as long as I want. And I can continue to snap into the SaaStock kind of events through all of the content that I'm doing. We've just got an iPhone for this right now. You don't need fancy equipment. Just get an iPhone, get a little mic system so that the audio is clear. You start filming and documenting your journey. If you're scared about being behind the camera, you've got to get over it. Trust me, people actually like this stuff. Don't think it's corny, don't think it's weird. I don't care if people think I'm weird by filming it, because I've booked thousands of meetings through content alone, and this is your chance to do it as well.
So, it's come to an end.
It's been a successful day. Today was a little bit quieter. We still had some really promising chats. Huge opportunity by Monsieur Hugo, who's opened up with a potential partner of ours, a LinkedIn automation tool.
Who was that?
Expanding. We're going to expand with Expandia.
Get back into it tomorrow, and then Friday we've got the big webinar.